Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Knowledge is the strongest tool to crack any competitive exams, and today we are going to understand one of the most important topics for UPSC, BPSC, SSC, banking and other exams, GST, the goods and services tax. This topic is not only crucial for exam but also help us understand how our economy functions. In this video, we will cover what GST is, its features, benefits, types, and important questions that are frequently asked in competitive exams. So, stay with me till the end as this will strengthen your basics and help you score better. Few questions are: what is GST? Why was GST introduced? Single tax system removed multiple indirect taxes, types of GST, CGST, SGST, IGST, UTGST, GST Council head, which is headed by Finance Minister, benefits and challenges, exam oriented. Tier 1 and Tier 2 means pre-question and mains question for UPSC, BPSC and SSC MCQ based question. So GST was introduced in India on which date? Who is the chairman of GST Council? Which constitutional amendment introduced GST in India? What were the four types of GST? What is the highest GST slab rate? So we are going to learn about GST. So the 56th GST Council meeting introduced landmark tax reforms, simplifying rates, correcting duty structures, and exempting essential goods and services. So key measures include insurance and healthcare exemption. Key measure includes exemption of insurance and healthcare, reduce GST on food, agriculture, medicine, and consumer goods alongside operationalization of GSTAT. It is effective, it is going to be effective from 22nd September 2025. So these reform aim to boost affordability and growth, economic growth. The 56th meeting of the GST Council, which is held in New Delhi under the chairpersonship of the Union Finance and Corporate Affairs Minister Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, who marked a significant milestone in India's tax reforms. On the 79th Independence Day, which is celebrated in 2025, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced the vision of next generation GST reforms. This new GST slab will reform the taxation of many items as approved by the Council, which will simplify the tax system, reduce the burden on citizens. It also supports farmers, small traders, and MSMEs. So every one of us have been subject to GST for one or more transaction at some point in our lives. Good and services tax is held as one of the biggest tax reform of the country. So it subsumes many indirect taxes which were imposed by the center and state or union territories such as excise, VAT, service tax, and is levied on both goods and services sold in India. Any reform is bound to have advantages and disadvantages. So GST also have advantages and disadvantages. This meeting termed as the next generation GST reform. That is, this decision comes as a historic Diwali gift to the nation, and it is expected to ease the cost of living while boosting economic activity in India. The 56th GST Council meeting decided to rationalize GST rates to two slabs of 5% and 18% by merging the 12% and 20%, 28% rates. So this council meeting is 56th GST council meeting, which decided to rationalize GST rates to two slabs of 5% and 18% by merging the 12% and 28% rates. GST rates on daily essential items such as hair oil, shampoo, toothpaste, toilet soap bars, toothbrushes, shaving cream have been slashed from 18% to just 5%. Similarly, butter, ghee, cheese, dairy spreads, Pre-packaged namkeens, bhujia mixture, as well as utensil, feeding bottles, napkin for babies, clinical diapers and sewing machines will now attract only 5% GST. Instead, it was 12%. In a bid to make healthcare more affordable, the GST Council has exempted individual health and life insurance. So, GST Council has exempted individual health and life insurance policies from GST, bringing them down from 18% to nil. From bringing them down from 18% to nil. So, it exempted individual health and life insurance policies, bringing them down from 18% last year to this year nil. Thermometers, medical grade oxygen, diagnostic kits, reagent, glucometers, test strips, corrective spectacles have also seen GST rates cut to 5%, easing the burden on patients and healthcare providers. The government has also focused on giving relief to farmers and the agriculture sector. Tractor tires, tractor parts, specified agricultural machinery for soil preparation, for cultivation, harvesting, threshing will now attract 5% of GST instead of 18% or 12% previously. Drip irrigation system, sprinklers, biopesticide, and micronutrients have also begun brought under the 5% slab, reducing input cost for farmers. Automobiles have become more affordable with petrol, LPG, and CNG hybrid cars up to 1200 cc and 4000 mm, seeing GST rates cut from 28% to 8%. Diesel hybrid cars up to 1500 cc and 400 mm, three-wheelers, motorcycle 350 cc and below, and good transport vehicles will now attract 18% GST instead of 28% earlier previously. The GST Council has also given relief to the education sector. GST on maps, charts, globes, pencils, sharpeners, crayons, pastels, exercise books, notebooks, eraser has been completely GSTs on education sector has been completely removed. Stationary parts also completely removed GST, making them tax free. Other electronics appliances such as AC, television, monitors, projectors, dishwasher will now attract 18% GST, down from 28% previously. The government has also focused on giving relief to farmers and the agriculture sector. Tractor ties, tractor parts, specified machinery to soil preparation, cultivation, harvesting, threshing will now attract on 5% of GST instead of 18% or 12% previously. Drip irrigation system also it reduces have also been brought under 5% slab, reducing input cost for farmers. Automobiles also become more affordable. GST Council has given relief to the education sectors. Electronics appliances will now attract 18% GST, down from 28%. So the government has also introduced process reforms. That process reforms including automatic registration within 3 working days and faster refunds through system-based risk evaluation. The net revenue implication for government will be rupees 48,000 crore from the rate rationalization of GST. These are the category recommendation, previous rate, revised rate. Insurance, GST exemptions, all individual life insurance, term, ULIP, endowment, and health insurance, including family and senior citizen policies. Previous GST raise 18%, now it is nil. Now, rate structure, simplification of the four-tier GST structure into 2 rates. Simplification of the 4-tier GST structure into not 2-tier, 2 rates. Standard 18% and merit 5%. Standard 18% and merit 5%. Special demerit rate of 40% for select goods. Previous rate 0%, 5%, 12%, 18%, 28%. 0%, 5%, 12%, 18%, 28%, four-tier GST structure. Revised rate now 5%, 18%. So special demerit rate of 40% for select goods. For common household items like hair oil, soap, shampoo, toothbrushes, toothpaste, bicycle, tableware, kitchenware, etc. Previous rate 12 to 18%. Now it's revised rate 5%. For renewable energy devices and parts, previous rate 12%. Now it is down to revised rate is 5. Revised rate is 5% GST. For food items like milk, paneer, Indian breads, roti, paratha, etc., packaged food, or milk, paneer, Indian breads, previously 5%. Now it is GST rate is nil. In packaged food, GST rate previously it was 12%, 18%. Revised rate is 5%. Consumer goods, TV, all size, AC, dishwasher, small cars, motorcycle below 350cc. Previously, it was 28%. Now, revised rate is 18%. For agriculture equipments, tractors, harvesting, threshing machinery, compositing machine, balers, mowers. Previously, it was 12%. Now, revised rate is 15%. Now, labor-intensive goods, handicrafts, marble, granite blocks, intermediate leather goods. Previously, GST was 12%. Now, revised rate is 15%. Medicine, 33 life-saving drugs, 12% nil. Cancer, rare disease medicine, 5%. It becomes nil. Other drugs, previously 12%, it becomes 5%. So it becomes 5%. So other drugs, it becomes only 5%. And for saving drugs and cancer, rare disease medicine, there is no GST. Medical devices, surgical, dentistry, veterinary apparatus, diagnostic kits, glucometers, bandages, gauze. Previously, it was 12%, 18%. Now, it is reduced to revised rate is 5%. Construction, automobiles and transport, cement, small cars, motorcycle below or equal to 350cc, buses, trucks, ambulance. Uniform rate of 18% on all auto parts. Three-wheelers from 28% to 18%. For cement, 28% previously. Now it was reduced to 18%. For small cars, motorcycle below or equal to 350cc, previously it was 28%. Now revised rate GST is 18%. For uniform rate of 18% on all auto parts, three-wheelers from previously it was 28%. Now it is 18%. So textile sectors correction of inverted duty, man-made fibers, so 18% to 5% for yarn, 12% to 5%. So revised rate is 5%. For fertilizer, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, ammonia, previously it was 18%, now revised rate is 5%. Hospitality, hotels rooms less than rupees 7,500 per day. Previously, it was 12%. Now it is reduced to current rate is revised rate is 5% GST. For personal services, salons, gym, barber, yoga centers, wellness services, previously it was 18%. Now it is 5%. Judicial mechanism, goods and services tax, appellate tribunal, GS state, goods and services tax appellate tribunals to be operational by September 2025, hearing to begin by December 2025. So these are the advantages of GST, eliminates the cascading effect of tax. Cascading tax effect means tax on tax where tax is levied on already tax imposed value. Next advantage is before GST regime, its example is given, just go through it. And under GST on service of rupees 50,000 at the rate 18%, 9,000. Then less GST on office supplies, 20,000 into 5% becomes 1,000, and net GST to pay in cash it becomes 8,000. So GST eliminates the cascading effect of task. It is one advantage. Next is advantage is higher threshold for registration. So earlier in the VAT structure, any business with a turnover of more than rupees 5 lakh in most states was liable to pay VAT. Please note this limit differed in exchanges in state-wise. Also, service tax was exempted for service provider with a turnover of less than rupees 10 lakh. So, under GST regime, however, the GST registration threshold has been increased to 20 lakh, rupees 40 lakh for supply of only goods, which exempt many small traders and service providers. So, tax and threshold limits excise 1.5 crores, VAT 5 lakhs in most states, service tax 10 lakhs, and GST 20 lakhs, 40 lakhs for any supply of goods, or 10 lakhs for northeastern states. Next example, next advantages of GST are composition scheme for small businesses, under small businesses with a turnover of rupees 20 to rupees 1.5 crore can benefit, as it is given as an option to lower taxes by utilizing the composition scheme. So this move has brought down the tax and compliance burden on many small businesses. Next advantage is simple and easy online procedures, from GST registration to filing returns is made online, and it is super simple. Next advantage is number of compliance is less. Next advantage is special treatment for e-commerce operators. Before GST regime, supplying goods through e-commerce sector did not separate rules, so it had variable VAT laws. Now it becomes a special gives a special treatment for e-commerce operators. Next advantage is it improved efficiency of logistics. Maintain multiple warehouses across states to avoid the central sales tax and state entry tax on interstate movement. So these warehouses were focused to operate below their capacity, giving room for increase of operating cost. So under GST, however, this restriction on interstate movement of goods have been lessened. So it help in improving efficiency of logistic across the central sales tax with the help of central sales tax and state entry taxes. Now, next advantage is unorganized sector is regulated under GST. So, in the pre-GST era, it was often seen that certain industries in India, like construction and textile, were largely unregulated and unorganized. Under GST, however, there are provision for online compliance, online payments, and for availing of input credit only when the supplier has accepted the amount. This has brought into accountability and regulation to this industry. Few advantages of having GST also: increase cost due to software purchase. Not being GST complaint can attract penalties. GST brought about a rise in operational cost. GST came into effect in the middle of the financial year. Initially, GST was implemented on the 1st of July 2017. Businesses followed the old tax structure for the first 3 months, April, May, and June. GST for the rest of the financial year 2017-18. Businesses found it hard to get adjusted after June due to the GST regime, and some of them ran this tax system parallelly, resulting in confusion and many compliance issues. Next disadvantage is adapting to complete online taxation system. Businesses on it needs to only upload their invoices through easy import options, and the software will populate the return forms automatically with the information from the invoices for an error-free end-to-end filing. So any error, if occur in invoices, will be clearly identified by the software in real time, thus increasing efficiency and timeliness. Next is SMEs have a higher tax burden. Disadvantages: small businesses, especially in the manufacturing sectors, have faced difficulties under GST. Earlier, only businesses whose turnover exceeded rupees 1.5 crore had to pay excise duty. But now, any business whose turnover exceed rupees 20 lakh have to pay GST. So these are the disadvantages of GST. So today, as of September 2nd, 2025, top GST news include potential changes to GST slabs, with PM Modi calling for next generation reforms to remove the 12% and 28% slab in favor of 5% and 18%. Reforms to remove the 12% and 28% slab in favor of 5% and 18%. So this could involve introducing a new 40% slab for sin goods and potentially impacting India's current account deficit by increasing foreign exchange reserve. So few questions for UPSC, BPSC and SSC examination. Few important question. Prelims, which of the following is a potential outcome of next generation GST reforms? Kindly go through it and find out the answer. Mains question, the introduction of a 40% tax slab for seen goods, part of next generation GST reform, is crucial step towards fiscal consolidation and the simplification of the tax structure. Elaborate on the rational and potential implication of such a reform on consumer behavior, industrial competitiveness and government revenue, considering the goal of a single unified tax system. Recent GST new induces plans to simplify tax slab from 5% 18% by late 2025 with a 40% rate for seen goods and ongoing reforms focusing on enhanced compliances, business ease and taxpayer rights through digitalization and faceless assessment. Prelim question, it's given, just go through that. Mains question, UPSC critically examine the impact and efficacy of proposed GST 2.0 reforms in the context of the Indian economy. Discuss how these reforms aim to address the challenges of compliance, litigation, economic growth, and access their potential long-term revenue implication. BPSC question, mains questions discuss the economic rationale behind the proposed reform to abolish the 12% and 28% GST slabs in favor of 5% and 18% slab. How might these changes affect inflation, market equilibrium, and the overall tax compliance in Bihar? Next question for mains question, descriptive questions discuss the recent reform in India's GST structure, particularly the move towards a simplified two-slab system, analyze its potential impact on revenue generation, consumer prices, and ease of business compliance. So you have to just give the answer like reform structure, describe the previous 5 slabs, 0%, 5%, 12%, 18%, 28%. New structure detail the new 5%, 18% standard rates and 40% demerit rates. Impact on revenue, impact on consumers, impact on businesses, and role of GST Council. So in this way, you have to attempt the question. GST 2.0 is coming soon. Proposed GST reform at a glance. So food and textile 12%, proposed GST 5%, electronics 28%, proposed GST 8%, in small cars 28% persist, approximately 29%. It becomes 18% now. Luxury cars, SUV, previously approximately 50%, now it is 40%. Medicines, previously it was 12% and 5% is 0%. Insurance, life or health, 18% previously, it becomes 5%, 0%. Snacks, juices, ketchup like that, 12%, so it becomes now 5%. Cement, 28%, now it becomes 18%. Scene taxes are what are scene taxes? Scene taxes are typically levied on good considered harmfully or socially undesirable. Scene taxes means which are the typically based on goods considered the goods which are considered harmful or socially undesirable, which are creating harmful effect on human, such as tobacco products, alcohol, and certain luxury items. So the next generation GST reforms in India have introduced a 40% tax slab specifically for these seen goods. Seen goods, tobacco products, alcohol, certain luxury items. So this is a much higher tax rate compared to the 5% and 18% slabs for basic necessities and essential agriculture products. So the next generation GST reforms in India have introduced 40% tax slab for these seen goods. About basic necessities, these goods are likely to be taxed at a lower rate under the new GST system, probably the 5%, 18% slab. The purpose of lower tax on basic necessity is to make them more affordable and for low income individuals. So basic necessity tax. About the agriculture products, essential agriculture products are likely to be taxed at a lower rate to ensure food affordability. About the taxes on medicine and healthcare products, The new GST aims to simplify taxes and not increase taxes on healthcare. So there is even mention of a 5% tax on all medicine. While some medicine might be taxed, they are generally considered essential and are unlikely to be subject to the highest 40% tax. So GST Council, we have understand to two slab structure. The GST Council has approved a significant overhaul transitioning from the previous 5 slab structure to a new simplified 2-tier system. New rates are a 5% merit rate, 18% standard rate, and a higher 40% demerit rate for luxury goods. Implementation date, this reform is set to be implemented from September 22nd, 2025. So pre-exam question is given. Just go through it for BPSC and UPSC state PCS exam. For SSC exam, MCQ based question is given. Just go through it. And prelims MCQ exam question is again given. MCQ based. Kindly read the question and try to understand the question. Tomorrow I'm going to upload next weekly current affairs, science and technology with all latest updates. I have already completed 35 updates. Tomorrow I'm going to upload next series part 4. Kindly watch the series. Thanks for watching. Stay consistent. Best of luck for your exam.